Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Noraini binti Wahid and my matrix number is 073699. So, today I would like to present about my project paper research, which is tourism between Malaysia and South Korea, impact on the bilateral relations. First is abstract. Tourism plays a crucial role in strengthening Malaysia-South Korea bilateral relations by fostering cultural exchange, enhancing mutual understanding, and driving economic growth. While trade and investment have been the primary focus of diplomatic discussions, the impact of tourism as a soft power tool remains underexplored. This study addressed that gap by examining how tourism influences perceptions, strengthens diplomatic and cultural ties, and also creates economic opportunities for both nations. Through a qualitative approach, the research collects data from the government reports, academic literature, and also the media analysis further supports the research. The research aims to explore how tourism strengthens diplomatic and also the cultural ties between Malaysia and South Korea, analyze the impact of South Korea tourism on Malaysia's perception of Korean culture and vice versa, and assess how increased tourism fosters economic growth and cooperation between Malaysia and South Korea. So, this paper provides insights for policymakers to harness tourism as a strategic asset in enhancing bilateral relations and also driving sustainable economic development. Next is introduction. Tourism has become an essential driver of global connectivity, fostering cultural exchange, economic collaboration, and deeper international relations. As Malaysia and South Korea experience growing tourism flows, this sector has emerged as a bridge that enhances mutual understanding and strengthens diplomatic ties. Beyond the economic benefits of increased travel and trade, tourism plays a vital role in promoting cultural diplomacy by allowing citizens from both countries to engage directly, breaking down stereotypes and fostering trust. This paper explores how tourism serves as a catalyst for strengthening Malaysia-South Korea bilateral relations, and it's highlighting its potential to create lasting social bonds, influence public perceptions, and also drive the sustainable economic growth. The background of research. Malaysia and South Korea established the formal diplomatic relation in 1960, and since then, the partnership has grown steadily. Over the past 2 decades, both nations have actively sought to deepen cooperation in areas such as trade, education, technology, and culture. Tourism has emerged as a crucial pillar reinforcing the friendship between the two countries. South Korean tourists frequently visit Malaysia to experience its features, cultural heritage, and also the diverse culinary offerings. Meanwhile, Malaysians are drawn to South Korea's vibrant cities, historical landmarks, and popular culture such as K-pop and K-dramas. This exchange have led to increased collaboration in tourism development, including the bilateral agreements on visa exemption, flight expansions, and cultural festivals. Despite the rise in tourism, there is limited academic research on how this exchange shapes bilateral relations and economic growth. This paper seeks to address the gap by exploring how tourism contributes to diplomatic, cultural, and economic ties between the two countries. Problem statement. While tourism between Malaysia and South Korea has grown steadily, its broader implication for bilateral relations remain underexplored. Research on Malaysia-South Korea relations tends to focus on trade and investment, overlooking the role of tourism as a diplomatic tool. The absence of comprehensive studies analyzing how tourism shapes perception and fosters deeper connections highlights the need for this research. By addressing this gap, the paper aims to demonstrate how tourism can be leveraged to enhance bilateral relations, promote cultural diplomacy, and drive economic growth in Malaysia. There are 3 research objectives. First, to explore the tourism strengthens diplomatic and cultural ties between Malaysia and South Korea. Secondly, to analyze the impact of South Korean tourism on Malaysian perception of Korean culture and vice versa. Lastly, to assess the increased tourism fosters economic growth and cooperation between Malaysia and South Korea. So there are 3 research questions. First, how has tourism contributed to strengthening bilateral relations between Malaysia and South Korea? Next, how does South Korean tourism influence Malaysians' perception of Korean culture and vice versa? Lastly, how can tourism drive bilateral relations to promote economic growth in Malaysia? The research methodology. This study adopts a qualitative approach incorporating primary and also secondary data to provide a comprehensive understanding of tourism impact on Malaysia-South Korea relations. First, tourism reports. The government publication and statistics on tourism trends between Malaysia and South Korea. Secondly, academic literature. The existing studies on tourism diplomacy, soft power in international relations, and Journal of Tourism and Culture Exchange. Lastly, media analysis. The analysis of how South Korea media such as K-pop, films and also dramas shape Malaysian interest in South Korea. For the literature review, first we have Joseph Nye. In 2004, the title Soft Power, the Means to Success in World Politics. So he said that the idea of soft power, which is the ability to influence others through attraction rather than force. He said countries can use culture, values and also foreign policies to build soft power. Tourism is one of the main tools in this. When Malaysians and South Koreans visit each other's countries, they build connections and mutual understanding which strengthens the bilateral relation peacefully. Secondly, Nancy Snow in 2011. The title Information War, American Propaganda, Free Speech and Opinion Control since 9 November. Nancy Snow said that tourism is a part of public diplomacy, where tourists become citizens diplomats. Through travel and cultural exchange, people help to improve the image of their country. The interaction between Malaysian and South Koreans creates soft power by forming public goodwill and reducing stereotypes, which supports better diplomatic ties. Moreover, Yukari Takahashi in 2018, the cultural diplomacy in East Asia soft power in the making. Yukari Takahashi explained that tourism is a tool of cultural diplomacy which helps nations share their identity and values. She said that tourists are part of soft power strategies when they experience and spread positive stories about a country. Malaysia and South Korea both benefit by promoting their image through tourism, which helps deepen mutual respect and diplomatic engagement. Lastly, Zahari and Lee in 2022, Malaysia-Korea Cultural Diplomacy Through Tourism Engagement. This study focused on how Malaysia and South Korea use tourism to improve their relationship. It mentions events like cultural festivals, food promotions, and students' exchange. The author says that these activities make people feel connected and respected, which leads to better cooperation between the two countries. For my project paper, I used the theory of soft power introduced by Joseph Nye in 2004. Refers to a country's ability to influence others through attraction, not coercion or payment. There are sources of soft power, including the culture, political values, and foreign policy. Tourism is a key of soft power too, as it spreads culture and values to foreign visitors. So, how does soft power connect to tourism? Tourism is a key channel of soft power. When people travel to another country, they are exposed to its culture and language, and also the values and lifestyle. This experience often fosters the positive feelings, admiration, and understanding, which can improve the overall perception of the country and its people. In the context of Malaysia-South Korea relations, tourism serves as a non-coercive, people-to-people form of diplomacy that deepens cultural appreciation, encourages economic collaboration, and creates long-term goodwill. Why soft power? It allows you to explore how cultural attraction and shared experience from tourism influence political, economic, and diplomatic relationship. It fits well with a constructivist approach in international relations, focusing on shared ideas and social interaction instead of the material power. It highlights of how tourism is not just economic but a strategic tool for nation branding, cultural diplomacy, and long-term influence. So, how soft power works in Malaysia-South Korea tourism? First, South Korea's use of soft power through tourism. The popularity of the Korean wave, Hallyu, K-pop, K-dramas, food, fashion has attracted thousands of Malaysian tourists to South Korea. As Malaysians visit Korea, they gain first-hand exposure to Korean society, leading to increased cultural appreciation and stronger bilateral engagement. Secondly, Malaysia's soft power appeal to Korean tourists. Malaysia offers a diverse, multicultural experience and is known for its hospitality and Islamic-friendly tourism service. So, Korean tourists visiting Malaysia gain a better understanding of Southeast Asian and Muslim culture, enhancing mutual respect and the cross-cultural connections. Significance of studies. This study is significant for policymakers, tourism boards, and cultural institutions, offering insight into how tourism can be leveraged to strengthen the bilateral relations. It highlights the role of tourism as a tool for promoting peace, mutual understanding, and economic growth, contributing to long-term diplomatic cooperation between Malaysia and South Korea. The scope of studies. This research focused on tourism between Malaysia and South Korea from 2015 to 2025. The study explored cultural exchange, tourism trends, and economic impacts. The key areas include major tourist attractions, popular cultural exchange, and governmental initiatives promoting tourism between the two countries. These are the chapter outlines. These are the references that I used for my project paper.